Welcome into the BSN Avalanche Weekly Breakdown presented by Bender's Bar and Grill.
This is Jim Armstrong, former sports columnist at the Denver Post. These days, I own Bender's up in Westminster in the Westminster Promenade Ice Center. If you don't think we're the preeminent hockey bar in the metro area, you haven't seen the framed Original Six jerseys above the bar. We have poutine on the menu. That must make us a hockey bar. All kinds of good stuff on the menu. Come on up to Bender's and check us out.
I'm Allie Monroy, and alongside me is BSN Avalanche beat writer Adrian Dater. The Avs just came back from an impressive road trip out east, and then they played the Tampa Bay Lightning. Dater, what's one positive and one negative thing you saw from that matchup?
Well, what I liked, Allie, about the game, a losing game, but I'll take a positive or two out of that game for the Colorado Avalanche, in that the Avalanche came out blazing. They had Tampa Bay way on their heels. That's a very good team over there. That's a team that's expected to go deep into the playoffs, if not be a very definite Stanley Cup contender. And the Avalanche had them on their heels. It could have been a 2-0, 3-0 game. Tampa Bay is being a very good team, well-coached team. They made some adjustments in the second intermission and the third period that kind of took away the neutral zone, made it a slower game. Avs got a lot less offensive chances, and that's what they do. But they had to adjust their game to Colorado's, not the other way around. The Avs didn't come out going, whoa, we got to change our game. The Avalanche, if they just get a little more attuned to that kind of thing, maybe play a little different style that can, when they know changes are coming, they'll be able to adjust for that a little bit better maybe and then score some goals. But that's one big positive I took out of that game, that the Avalanche stood toe-to-toe with one of the best teams, made them change their game, and next time, that could have been a 3-0 lead after the first period. The game would have been over. Tampa Bay got a little lucky getting out of that first period.
Well, also, multiple Lightning players said that they were shocked and they were surprised because normally they're the ones who are out skating their opponents. But this time they were giving credit to the Avalanche because they really brought it all out there. What's one negative thing you saw?
Well, it continues to be a little bit of secondary scoring. We're getting into territory now where lines are starting to be changed. Tyson Jost, the second-line center to start the year, is now playing on the fourth line. It's something that the coaching staff is very mindful of. Jared Bednar's he's really switching up lines a lot now, trying to experiment. That happens, but secondary scoring continues to be a worry, and it was kind of a negative that night. They have to get more offensive chances from those second, third, and fourth lines. It just has to happen.
Well, the Ottawa Senators come to the Pepsi Center on Friday, and it is the return of Matt Duchene. There's a lot of buzz going on. How do you think this is going to play out?
You know what? I think it's going to be a mixed reception. Did a poll on Twitter where Matt Duchene, does he deserve a video tribute was my question. About 2,500 votes came in, and 53-47 for the video tribute. So it's pretty split down the middle. It's a very polarizing player, Matt Duchene. So I think when he comes out, there's going to be a lot of cheers. A lot of people have good memories of Matt Duchene. He was a very good person in the community. He always wanted to be an Av. It went bad at the end. I don't think people are that angry at him for, the way things went down. It's just, that's sports. So I think a mixed reception. There'll be some boos, but I think overall people will come to their realization that, hey, look, this guy is not the enemy of in our society here. He's just a guy who it didn't work out. I think he'll get a pretty good reception overall.
Well, the Ottawa Senators come to the Pepsi Center on Friday, and then the Avs travel to Minnesota to take on the hated Wild. What are a few things you'll be watching for in those matchups?
Well, again, the Avalanche dusted off the Wild pretty good on opening night. They're going to be hungry for revenge. The Avalanche have beaten up on them pretty good here the last several matchups, so expect a very angry, hungry Wild team. Question is, does it matter if they're hungry or Wild? Because the Avalanche are younger, faster, better than the Minnesota Wild. Although they continue to always find a way to sort of sneak out wins. They keep winning these late games lately. They actually have a winning record right now, the Wild. So it's going to be a tough game. Never an easy game in XL Energy Center. The question is, will the Avalanche be, will they have fresh legs playing 24 hours later? At least the one thing we'll know, they have a fresh goalie. Semyon Varlamov, who has the night off Friday night, will play Saturday night.
Well, be sure to catch all of our coverage on bsndenver.com. For Adrian Dater, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver.
If you're a football fan or a hockey fan, you got to check out Bender's off of Highway 36, just off of Church Ranch Boulevard. 32 beers on tap, served in chilled glasses. We're a watch site for Coloradans for Nebraska and Steeler Nation of North Denver. So if you're a Husker fan or a Steeler fan, you're a recent transplant to Denver, come on up to Bender's and check us out.